I'm Matty J, and you're watching a Ramble Live.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nikki, host of Aramble Live, and my guest today is currently going viral for a jaw-dropping performance on Britain's Got Talent, earning a golden buzzer not just from any judge, but from Simon Cowell himself. Welcome to Aramble Live, Matty J.
Everyone, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are.
Yes, hi, Maddie. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your super busy schedule to talk to us. How's everything going? How are you? Have you seen Star Wars yet?
Do you ever watch Star Wars?
No, I'm too gay for it.
Best answer ever.
No, I still haven't. Last time I checked, I'm still very gay, so it still doesn't
I
interest
love
me.
it.
But everything's been so well. Everything's been quite busy, quite hectic. My life literally flipped on its own. So I'm just like trying to maintain my composure through it all. It's a
Yes.
lot of responsibility, but I'm so excited.
Wonderful. I mean, I want to start it off by taking it back a bit because where you are now didn't happen overnight, right? What is your earliest memory of music being in your life in a way that was like, I want to do this forever?
There's a couple stories of that, but one that I remember quite well right now is when I was younger. You know, when we used to put the towel on top of our breasts so that
Right.
you feel like a girl.
Right.
And I remember being like 6, 7 years old, probably. And then every time I would go up to our bedroom and then MTV's on, I remember quite clearly it was Every Time by Britney Spears playing. And
I,
then I started rolling on the bed and making a music video in my head. Like maybe this is a thing I could do, you
yeah,
know?
it
So I
brought you
think that's my
happiness.
earliest memory. Yeah.
Over the years, you've been a part of various shows and singing competitions. What were these experiences like for you, and what did you learn from them what was one lesson you learned from them that you continue to take on your journey?
The most important lesson I learned is that the work matters. As much as it's all fun, like people use it as a hobby, sometimes people use it as entertainment or something to like pass time. But to me, as an artist and as someone, wow, look at the sun.
I love it. Beautiful lighting.
To me, as an artist, I really value the work. So over the years, one thing I really worked on was putting in the effort. So I think throughout the performances that I've done, the productions, from theater to like mainstream productions to TV and all that, I think it's really putting in the work. And as much as it is fun and glamorous, it's still a job, you know, at the end of the day. And that's what I love about it. It doesn't make me feel like I'm wasting time,
Right.
and it makes me feel productive, you know.
During your audition, you mentioned something about being a singing competition loser, which made me so sad to hear. But I mean, like being rejected or not making it to the end on at these competitions, like what was your reason to keep going, to
Oh
get back
wow.
up again?
I think it was a calling, to be honest. I think these labels of winning and losing, they don't really matter.
Right.
I mean, unless the money comes. But, you know, it doesn't really matter if you lose or you win a competition. It's what you make out of it. And
Mhm.
one of the things that kept me pushing was the calling that this is something that I need to do. Like, if I don't do it, I am failing something at what I'm born with. Like, it's almost like you wasted a gift, you know? And without sounding narcissistic or whatever, but, you know, there's a responsibility if you're given something that makes people feel things, you know, that changes people's lives, that changes a person's day if they hear you sing or something like that. And of course, my family, you know, it's a very Filipino story that music is one of the things that lets us rise from poverty or lets us get through like calamities and makes us positive and all that. So my family has been an anchor in my life with, you know, the pursuit that I've been trying to get at.
Yeah, that's great. The state of the world right now, we need your talent, we need your voice. So thank you for that. At some point a few years ago, your journey takes a turn. It takes you to a completely different country. So what made you move over to the UK?
Actually, it was the pandemic. Do you remember that time when we all had time to
Yeah,
just think
right.
about things?
Right.
I really had a thought because ever since I was a child, I've always wanted to go to the UK. I've tried many different times during X Factor,
Mm.
during my high school stage. I wanted to go to high school to college in the UK, and all those opportunities never came through, it never pushed through because of many circumstances I was under. But during the pandemic, it almost landed itself on my lap.
It just opened up.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was like, so do you want to do this now? Like this time
Right.
around? And I feel like the universe knew the lessons I needed to learn. I've already learned,
Mhm.
I think, at least, So at that time, when I was really having a hard time with, because we were victims of the pandemic as well. Because Idol came in 2019 and then 2020 came about. We weren't able to maximize and utilize the time to be, artistas
Yeah.
or whatever you want to call it. So I was really, really downtrodden. I was really,
Gotcha.
really quite down because I knew that there was something more. I knew that there was something bigger. This
Mhm.
is without shade to my sisters, Lucas and Enzo. This is more of me and my journey and what I wanted to explore within myself.
Mhm.
And I knew that time was running. I think the pandemic made me realize that because you don't have a lot of time on earth. You could die tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I was like, what is the wildest thing that you've always wanted to do that you can do now? So I tried my luck. It was one night randomly. I checked all my money. I checked how much I've earned over the last 3 years of doing Idol and doing all the shows with idols. And
Right.
I thought to myself, maybe this is something I could do now. So I just took my chances. I was like, apply for all the schools all over the world.
Yeah.
And whatever lands on your lap and whatever feels right, go for it. And then we landed with the Royal Conservatoire of Scotland. And
Amazing.
yeah, history from then on.
Yeah, and then I mean like while you're there, you're working as a waiter, you're being a student. Like what was the biggest challenge as soon as you stepped into the UK, like of that season in your life? Like what kind of stuff did you go through?
There was so much. I think I really grew as a person, to be honest.
Mm.
Because all my life, I don't want to say I'm sheltered because I don't come from a super wealthy family. We've got privilege in a sense, but I don't come from a place of, I'm not small laude, basically. You know what I mean?
That's a good
Or I'm not
comparison.
a Vicky Bella or,
Right.
yeah, I'm not those people. So the fact that I was leaving my family for the first time ever in my life, when I've spent my whole life sleeping and waking up with them.
Yeah.
So that was one of the hardest things, being alone in a foreign land. And it would have been all right if I was in London or like LA, Scotland. It was so random.
Culture shock, right?
Very much
Yeah.
culture shock. And I remember having waking days in the middle of the night where I would panic because, oh my God, I'm so far, I'm so far. Like I
Yeah.
start counting the distance of how much
Mm.
I'm away from family.
Mhm.
And then small things like going home to no food, going home to your laundry still there. Those are the things I really had to learn. And like navigating the language on top of that. As
Right.
much as I'm well spoken and I'm I would say I'm quite eloquent
Yeah.
in speaking the language, but it started out quite rough.
Yeah.
Even like the accent that you want to put on so that you could be more understood. I
Hmm.
think these are complexities that people don't really get to see because all they see is what I've already accomplished, on the screen. But the travel towards that point of my journey has been a lot, to be honest.
Mm.
And I'm very proud that I survived. I would have days where I would have weeks where I would eat just corned beef just so I could save because I'm studying, paying for my tuition fees. And I was a partial scholar as well. So it wasn't that it didn't help. There was still so much to do.
Right.
And, there's only so much time in a week and in a day. So I really, like, I lost weight, I gained weight, I lost weight, gained weight.
It
It was
happened.
just a wild journey.
Yeah. How did you build your support system while you were out there?
To be honest with you, I think I started out, first thing I wanted to solve was the internal.
Mm.
Because even if there was so much help outside of me, I knew that if I was struggling inside, I would still have a hard time.
Yeah.
So I tried to make myself accustomed to being alone and being happy in discovering the things that you love to do alone, and being happy to, go through these struggles alone. Because I was maximizing the growth, and then on top of that, of course, I found friends. I found fellow Filipinos. I found people who helped me, people who housed me, people who made me couch surf in their houses while I was auditioning for these things in London. And people who took me in on the days where I didn't have a house to live in,
Yeah.
like even in Scotland. And just that mere community that I've built for myself has been so instrumental to the person I am today. So I think the friends I've built and the titas, the titos, the lolos and lolas, they always love me because I think they really think I'm very funny. So every time I meet someone new who's Filipino, it becomes community. So I'm very grateful for the reception I've had.
So there are good people in this world still.
There
I love to
are,
hear that. And then the opportunity of a lifetime comes
God,
by. Britain's Got Talent. How did this opportunity come about for you? Did you have to line up with thousands of other people, or did they scout you? Like, what's the tea?
well, there was this time in Glasgow when me and my flatmate, we used to go out and pretend that I didn't know how to sing.
Okay.
So I would be dressed in like post work uniform, like I'm wearing my waiter outfit, and then we would go to karaoke places, and then I would sing like a Celine Dion or like a Whitney Houston, and then those people who organize these like karaoke nights,
Yeah.
they take videos of me, and then one of the BGT talent scouts found my video because my video kind of went sort of viral in
hmm
Glasgow. And
hmm
I would have people in the restaurant asking me, "Are you that boy from Facebook on that
Oh my
video?"
gosh.
Yeah, so that's how they found me. And then it took 3 years actually. I don't even know if I can spill this, but they asked me for 3 consecutive years to join because I
Wow.
couldn't join when I was on my student visa.
Okay.
And it
Okay.
wasn't until I graduated and
Mhm.
then I was on my graduate visa, which allowed me to get on the show.
Okay.
And funnily enough, that was one day after my graduate visa got approved when they messaged me again and they were like, "Do you want to join this time?" And I was like, "You just
That's
came at the
insane.
right
Yeah,
time."
that timeline was just falling into place so perfectly.
And everything was in threes. 3 years
Yeah.
in Idols, 3 years in here,
Yeah,
anyway. Yeah.
amazing. That's insane. And then, of course, you performed Prince's legendary song, Purple Rain, jaw-dropping, like I said in my intro. Did you choose that song, or did they like provide a list for you to choose from? How did that work?
I think luckily I was being treated with so much respect, and I really appreciate that within the UK industry that they treat artists with respect
Mhm.
and they allow us to do what we want and what we deem best for ourselves. So I did fight for that song.
Yeah.
I did have another backup song, which was "And I'm Telling You" from Dreamgirls, but that's kind of like pulling out the tank on the
Right.
first days of the
Right.
competition. I want to just bring out an AR or whatever. So I wanted to take it easy. I wanted something that was resonant with people, and I wanted something that people can affiliate with me, sort of thing.
hmm
I do know that people expect me to do the diva songs. People expect me to do Tina Turner, Beyonce, because I'm gay like that. But I was like, let me do something different this
Yeah.
time. And yeah, like Purple Rain has been such a good seller for a
Yes.
lot of my shows here. So
And it's stuck with you for like forever.
yeah,
And you will be
gladly.
Miss Purple Rain, and I love that for you. I mean, walk me through that audition day, because I've never auditioned for BGT, AGT, I don't know. Like, was it a long day for you? Were they already ready for you just to get on stage?
Actually, I spent 2.5 weeks here in London prior to my audition day because I was in a musical called Lost in Love, which was an air supply musical. It was a workshop.
hmm
And then even in that period, I nearly didn't go to that audition because there were scheduling problems because I landed that role and then it was my audition was scheduled within the rehearsal period of that
hmm
role.
hmm
So then basically so many no's before even coming to that. And then on that Saturday, I left London at 4:30 in the morning. I got to Blackpool at 9 a.m. went straight to the sound check,
Yeah.
and then I spent half the day just by myself. No one was talking to me in the audition day.
What? You didn't
Actually,
make any friends?
I didn't make any friends until after the golden buzzer. But
Oh,
also, I
yeah.
was trying to keep my focus, you know. But
Yes.
also, I was also used to being alone, so I was like, ah, this
Mhm.
is chill. This
Right.
is fine, and that makes me speak less, which makes me spend my voice less. So
Yeah,
that was good.
that's true.
And you know me, I'm a yapper even right now.
I love it.
So yeah, I went on stage at around 6:30, 7 p.m. at night after having spent the whole day traveling and just being there, not doing anything. And I was so nervous. And I remember so clearly, I was backstage, had a phone call with my family before I went on, and they were filming already. And then I was on to Ant and Deck, and that's what you saw from then on. And I
Yes.
was genuinely like gobsmacked. I was like, you know, you watch these things online a
Yes.
lot, and
Mhm.
then now you're here. So even today, I recall the thing as if it was a movie and
Right,
it
it's
wasn't
out of
there.
body.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do your thing, you sing your song, the crowd starts chanting, press the gold, press the gold. Like, what was going through your mind at that time? And then Simon does it. And then like what happens then?
Actually, it was just overwhelmed. I was just so overwhelmed, to be honest. Like, I remember thinking when I started making them laugh with the Star Wars joke,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, now I've got you at the palm of my
Yes.
hands. I can do anything I want.
Right.
So I was just, from then on, I set myself free. I was like, whatever you've been doing in your life, it's what got you here. So don't change a thing now. Do whatever comes to mind, do whatever feels candid, whatever feels right. And then I sang the song. I lost myself, to be honest, from the moment the song started. I don't know if you could see that in the video, but I would go, and that's me clicking into myself, like, okay, now you're performing.
Right.
And then I finished the song. I almost had a moment of waking up, you know,
Mhm. Mhm.
which is why I started crying because like the
Oh,
applause was
yeah.
just overwhelming. I
Overwhelming. Yeah.
don't think I don't think the video even gives it justice how loud those people were. You know, it almost felt like, you know, when you're in a concert and your ears go a little
Ringing.
ping.
Start ringing. Yeah.
It was that. It was very that.
And how
And
long
then
were they standing up clapping for you? Like, how long was that?
it was way longer than that video.
I would
And
think, yeah.
even the comments, they couldn't get to the comments right away because people were chanting so loud.
Yes.
This is gonna sound like a Ginger Minch story of me like, oh, Cynthia Erivo started doing. No, 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 no. I swear to God, it happened. All of this happened. And then I remember thinking, like, it would be quite appalling if you don't give me a buzzer now.
No, seriously, totally.
Because I was like, I feel like I did my job in a sense,
Yeah.
which is why I said to myself, I'm happy with whatever comes after this.
Mhm.
Because I felt like for the first time in my life, the validation that I needed happened right there.
Yeah.
And people will never understand like the feeling that I got on that day, even through watching the video, even through these stories I'm saying, because all my life I've been so insecure. And for that day, for the first time ever, I thought, wow, I'm doing something I was born to do.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was just overwhelming.
I love that. I just wanted to hug you when the golden buzzer, was pressed and then all the gold confetti was falling down. The epitome of an unforgettable moment. I mean, Simon
Honestly.
goes on stage. Were you guys able to have a one-on-one conversation when you guys walked off?
Um, we didn't get to have like post the whatever you saw. That was pretty
Hmm.
much our interaction. But
Hmm.
there was more conversation in between when he said that Purple Rain was his favorite song.
Okay.
Because I did say, "Oh my God, I knew that. That's
Yeah.
why I wanted to do it for you." I was saying all
Yeah.
that, but I don't think I was mic'd. That's why it wasn't picked up. But
Mm.
then yeah, I think just that, just even his mere presence was enough for me. Yeah, the conversation was really nice, and he did encourage me. And for him to say that it was one of the best, oh my God, like who am I? I'm just a Filipino boy from Mandaluyong, you
That's
know.
beautiful. It's beautiful. And for Simon to be, for so many years like the villain character on reality TV, like he seems to be a really nice guy.
I know. I feel like I bring that out in people.
I love it. That's another skill that you have, another talent.
Honestly, because when I was young, I researched what my name meant, and
Yeah,
it meant a peacemaker.
I think
So
that's
I
what you
think
are. Yeah, I love
maybe that's
it.
my
Oh my
world peace.
God. World peace. Maddie's gonna bring world peace.
Honestly,
I watched your Idol audition, and then right after I watched your BGT audition. And I mean this in like the most positive way, but like the difference between the two, you were already so talented on Idol. And then we see you on BGT. It's like the power, the strength, the growth. Like what kind of training happened between those years?
honestly, this is something I've always wanted to address because whoever you guys saw from Idol 6 years ago, that's not me anymore.
Yep.
I mean, that part of it is still me.
Yep.
I've grown so freaking much. Not even just as an artist, but also as a person.
Yeah.
My mindset has changed. My perspective on things has changed. And I'm so proud because it wasn't easy getting here, but even the way that I think about music now, even the way music registers to my ears,
Mm.
it's different now. Because now I've had the training, thankfully, with the Royal Conservatoire of Scotland to do musical theater, and they've got such a beautiful educational system to let you learn how you want to learn. And like the alumni from that school, Shruti Katwa, James McAvoy, David Tennant, Sam Hewan, like these are big names. And one of the things that they expertise on is acting.
Okay.
So now that I have a perspective on the acting side of things, and now that I see music as a vessel for stories rather than um, a vessel for a voice, I
Mm-hmm.
have such a different understanding of performing now.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, of course, the technical stuff, the foundations, the breathing, the techniques, whatever, even dancing, girl, I can
I
dance
love
now too. Just a little bit, just a little bit. It's not great yet.
it.
But, like just those foundational things, like it really changed the way I perform and the way I approach things now. And I think from now onwards, I don't feel the need to prove myself in terms of my vocal range, my vocal power. I feel like what matters more to me now is telling the stories and making it pretty. So
Okay.
of course you need to still make it pretty. You need to still get the those stuff.
Right.
But the story comes first. And that's what I'm very grateful for with my school. Can I just add,
Yeah.
singing in gigs? Oh my god. I used to do gigs like when I finished schooling, I used to do gigs for 3 hours. Imagine singing for 3 hours and people would request like random stuff. Even do you know the song 500 Miles? And
Yeah.
I would walk by
Right.
me singing that song.
For
I'm like
3 hours.
a R&B diva. You
Oh
want
my
me to go
God.
folky. But
Right.
found a way. So that's the learning that I did.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, you're so right. It's not just about honing in your skills and strengthening that, but even as a person. And it's so obvious. And I mean, like I said, I mean that in the most positive way. So I love that for you. Since you've become viral, I'm sure you've been feeling all of the love and support. Have you been feeling it there in the UK? Like, have there been moments where you're being recognized on the streets, in public? What's happening?
Just
Oh,
today
really?
actually, because I
What
don't go out. Oh my
happened?
god, honestly, for
Same.
like the last month and a half, I've just been at home. And then when the video came out, I was at home for like a week, just trying to get through all the social media messages, all the emails and stuff. So I didn't really get to go out until recently. And one of the most prominent, like today, I was just getting food with my friends at like a mercato here,
Yeah.
and then um, I saw a group of Filipinos and they
Okay.
all turned heads.
Hmm.
And then I went,
I
they
love
were like,
that.
"Siya nga." And I was like, yeah, it's
Oh,
me.
that's
'Cause
great.
as much as people are like, oh, you're so humble, I think I've always wanted to be famous, so I clout chase as well. So I'm like,
Hey, you do your thing. Is there some kind of pressure for you being put in like the same caliber as the Sophronios, as the Jessicas? I mean, we had Beanie perform at Coachella last night, which is such a huge deal, right? Um, is it more of a pressure or a motivator for you?
I think it's a bit of both. I think it pressures me in a sense of like, there is a standard, there is a quality to what we do as Filipinos in our art that
Mhm.
I have to achieve. And to achieve that means a lot of sacrifice, a lot of discipline, and all that stuff. So there is that pressure in that sense.
Mhm.
But more than anything, I think it motivates me because it's grand time that Filipinos are in the spotlight in
Yeah.
the industry. We have been in the industry for so long. We have been trying for so many years, and there have been people who have carved the path before me.
Mhm.
So I'm more than grateful right now to be continuing on that. I don't want to take on the torch that I'm a representative whatsoever. I'm not championing anything. I'm
Right.
just trying to achieve my own dream. But with that dream, I get to carry along a whole story, a whole like all my ancestors, as guru-ish as that sounds like. But I carry them with me all the time. You look at me and you see a Filipino.
Mhm.
So it's motivating in that sense, but there is also that pressure to make it good. But at the end of the day, like what we've done so far this year has been establishing us quite well. So it's about continuing the work. Yeah.
The future is so bright. I'm so excited for what us Filipinos will be doing to take over the world.
Oh, come to the world.
Yes. Okay, so there are so many reaction videos on YouTube of your audition. Have you seen any of them? And what is your reaction to the reaction
Oh
videos?
my God. Not gonna lie, that is my guilty pleasure. Reaction
Oh,
videos is my guilty pleasure. Even like movie reactions, music
right.
video reactions. I love like hearing people's perspectives because I
Mhm.
love hearing like how different people can see things and like what factors into that. So I've watched a couple. So I
Good.
mean it's really, really killing to be
Yeah.
honest. But I am trying to stay off of the comments because there are some comments that kind of hit a little hard. And I'm like, you don't even know me. How can you say that? But, the people who have an idea of what this craft looks like or what this craft and how this craft is made, and people who have experience, I really value their opinion as well. Like there was this video of two vocal coaches. They were both guys and I think they were straight. So and from the get go of the video until the end of the video, they were so fond of me and they
Oh,
were spilling on the technical side of things and what I'm doing vocally. And I really, really appreciate it because as much as most people could take it for granted that I sing the way I do, it is quite hard to do how I do it without like in comparison to others. It's more of like if I'm singing on top of my lungs, I am having a hard time.
mhm.
I am like putting out my whole body into it. It's not like I'm just breathing.
Right.
So I feel like
It looks
people,
like you're just breathing though. It's so effortless.
I
It's
mean, that's where
crazy.
the work is put in, to make it look effortless. But,
Yeah.
it often is like unaccounted for sometimes. So I really appreciate it when people see and people hear the technicalities because I did work on that. So I'm very appreciative and I will always continue watching reaction videos because I love it. So,
Yes. And shout out to all the reactors on YouTube. Please
yeah,
react to the audition and then all of the future videos that will be coming out. All right, Maddie,
definitely.
I want to play a quick fire game with you. Do you want to
Let's
play?
go. Let's go.
All right. So the first one is you have the lead role in a musical. What show is it?
I don't want to say Miss Saigon because like everyone's done Miss Saigon now, but
Right.
um, oh, Hades Town.
Okay. Which One Direction member would you want to have a duet with? We're gonna include Liam because I'm a Directioner too. I heard you are too.
I cannot do that to my boys.
I love how your eyes are like watering now.
Honestly,
You're
because
like
like
tearing.
when we were younger and people would say you're a carrot for like liking
Yes,
just one. I'm like,
right.
no, 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 no. I like them all.
Yes.
But my bias, honestly, I've always wanted to sing with Harry. I feel like
Ooh.
our voices would go so well together.
Yes. I'm a Zayn girl, but I would love to see a performance with you and Zayn.
Me too.
Imagine
Not
the
gonna lie.
ranges. Ugh.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie though, because when they went to the Philippines, that's when Zayn left. So
Was
I
it?
think, yeah, yeah,
No.
March 15th,
So you didn't even see
2015.
him, or was he
I never
there?
got I never got to meet him.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh,
So I still have that to talk about when I meet him.
right.
Why did you leave?
That's a good topic. All right. What is your one current obsession?
The Boys,
The boys. I love it.
the TV show. Yes.
I love it. One ritual you do before getting on stage.
Gagging myself. Oh, this sounds so weird, but I do the.
And that helps you? It doesn't ruin your throat?
No, it's just the mechanism.
Oh, is it?
It's very weird, but because I will throw up if I
Okay.
don't like induce it.
Yeah.
So I'd rather induce it just to like get rid of the nerves.
That's interesting.
Yeah, you would see me do that a lot.
Oh,
So I
oh
have
my
to tell everyone in
God.
production that I'm fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it's just the thing I do.
Yeah.
All right. Filipino food you miss the most.
Pares.
Okay. They don't have it
Beef
there?
pare. No, no.
Mm.
And if they do, it's hella expensive because it's
I'm
beef.
sure. Right, right. It's imported.
Yeah.
All right. Delulu or realistic?
Delulu.
You gotta be Delulu to make things
Amen.
Trululu.
Tululu.
Okay. Creativity hits you when? Morning or night?
Night.
Night. Yeah, that's where all the juices are flowing.
Yeah, night person here.
Yeah, I love that. Glasgow or Manila? I'm sorry.
Oh, I love Glasgow. I love Glasgow, but I have to go with Manila.
Yeah, it's home
Yeah,
base.
that's where family is. That's where home is.
Yeah. Well, have you seen your family yet? Have they visited
No,
you? Aw,
no, unfortunately. But we call
soon.
every day.
That's
Yeah,
good.
that's enough to make me like, oh my God, guys, can we have no call for one day? No, I'm
Wrong.
kidding.
All right. Destiny or hard work?
Can I say both?
Yeah. It's always going to be a mixture.
Yeah, but I think I'd put priority on hard work first
Mm,
because you then carve your destiny with that.
yeah, very true. Okay, last one. An artist you would give the golden buzzer to.
Beyonce,
I love
not
it.
that she needs it, but
Right. What's your favorite Beyonce song?
oh, don't ask me that. Um, um,
Your
not gonna
love
lie.
flashes.
Currently, my favorite right now is Beyonce's 1+1 performance in the Roseland tour.
Oh, I haven't seen. I need to check it out today.
I think it's Roseland, or is it Mrs. Carter show? Oh, I think it's Mrs. Carter show. She's wearing a blue sequin, um, um, like onesie thingy,
Okay.
and then she's on top of a piano, and then she just goes wild, and she doesn't even belt much. It's just like the meaning and just basking in a
Oh, yeah.
song.
She's also effortless. Like that's why she's Beyonce. That's why she's a
I
queen.
mean, I come from the BIPA, Beyonce Institute of Performing Arts, you know?
Oh, there you go. I love it. All right, Maddie, I want to know what is your one big goal in terms of being an artist, so like on the professional side? And then what is your one big goal as a person? Like, where do you want to get to in life on that personal level?
Um, One big goal as an artist is to hopefully get close to an econ, you know, or one of these awards. I feel like that would be the cherry on top of all these validations. If it's not already a cherry on top on itself, but I think to get that credit on an international scene would really, really change how people see Filipino art.
Yeah.
Not that it's already great, not that it's not already great, rather, but that's just like some another level of recognition for Filipino artists. And I think one thing I want to achieve as a person is to give back to my family. I've spent my whole life thinking that we were struggling, and we were, but I was given such a beautiful life by my mother. And a lot of it she did on her own. More than half of my life she did on her own.
Mm.
And I have three other sisters with it. So I just really want to give back to her. If I do win, or when I do win,
When you win, yes, that's right.
my my thank you message would be for my mom because I want it to be my turn now. I feel like that's every child's dream
Mm.
to give back and let their parents have their rest now.
Mhm.
You know, she's getting older too. So as much as I am getting older, so as young as I can, hopefully I'll get there.
Yeah, well, shout out to Tita. Thank you for taking care of Maddie over the years. Right, Maddie, what is next for you? I mean, obviously, we're still following your journey on BGT, but what else can we expect?
Well, I'm a full-blown musical theater actor now,
Yes, you
as well as
are.
I'm luckily not working in the restaurant anymore. So there's going to be a lot of music. I'm working currently with a lot of composers from my school, a lot of composers that I've met here and instrumentalists to hopefully get at least an EP out after this whole thing,
Mhm.
get a recording out. And then after that, actually even before that, I will be starting rehearsals for a musical in London, which I cannot spill yet, but
Oh
I'm
my
very, very
goodness.
excited. It's my
Congrats.
first, yeah, it's my very first big show casting. I mean, I've done a couple shows here and there. I've been launched in the West End, thankfully last year, but this is my first time to be on a very big production. And the
Mm.
people I'm working with is just beyond. So I'm so
So
excited.
rehearsals are underway currently for this show,
Well,
right?
it actually overlaps with BGT, so I will be knackered by the end of May.
Oh my
So
God. Well, thank you in advance for taking the time out because you're going to be so busy. I wouldn't even get you in a few weeks from now.
yeah, but thank you
Maddie,
for having me.
yeah, my last question really is, aside from Beyonce and One Direction, who's like your ultimate dream collaboration?
Regine,
Miss Regine, Queen.
like I know she's retiring. Ugh.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I mean, she has to. I mean, it's her right. I get it.
But she'll come
But
out of retirement when you have your homecoming performance.
I
I'm
mean,
sure.
right? I've always dreamed to be one of those singers that she brings out in her concert. You know, she does the whole like five of the current divas and then
Right.
she sings with them. I've always dreamed of that. But, unfortunately, timeline wise, it might not happen, but, everything's possible. And a track or two with Miss Regine would be, oh my gosh, a dream come true. She has always been like next to Beyonce. They're not even on top of each other. It's
Right.
next to Beyonce because I've spent my childhood watching her videos and learning how she does things. So,
Oh, I love it. I love it.
and
Thank you.
Yeba.
Who's
Do you know Yeba?
no?
Yeba Smith? Oh my gosh, yeah. She was on the Chance the Rapper's album. She was on Drake's album. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay. Gotta check her
Really
out.
good.
Really good. I love that. Maddie, you are such a bright light. This is such a positive energy. Not only do you have the talent, you have the personality, and that's what I love to see on a stage, girl.
Thank you so
Congratulations on
much.
everything. Seriously.
Well,
We're
thank
rooting for
you.
you, and we can't wait to watch the rest of your BGT journey.
Yay!
Do live shows happen soon?
Yes, in a
Okay,
couple of weeks, actually. That's why I'm here in London working my
perfect.
ass off.
Perfect. You'll be in our prayers. You got this.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.